Okay, YouTubers, this is my 1988 GL1500 Honda Goldwing, and I got Markland pads on it, and I've been having some shifter problems, and I put one of them shifter pivot. I'm putting a shifter pivot on there, but this is about the Markland, I keep getting that name wrong, the Markland pads, and there is no videos or no information on how to adjust them out or anything like that, which really makes it rough. The tip is I took this top heim joint off and loosened up both adjusting nuts on the bar and turn this heim joint right here to adjust it out. And basically what I'm trying to do is get equal distance. You see, from here to here, here to here, same thing. This to be up straight. Another piece of information I found out, let me get down here, is that this pivot at the front, let me take this off. Well, everything's got to be a pain in the butt. This pivot, which is on the end of the shifter shaft, more things to get out of the way. Okay, I had to do a little looking. Okay, now you noticed I marked a line in it. The line was to show up and down, and the information I got, which was on the a download of a printout on this, was this needs to be mounted back towards this at a 30-degree angle. So I'm basically counting two teeth on the shifter area, is that this has to be back. And when I threw it all together, that's when I found out that these weren't in the right alignment. And I'm also checking out areas to make sure this doesn't hit anything right here or scrape up against any areas right here, and all this moves freely. The back side of this does not need to hit the back side of this. A lot of stuff like that I've been finding out because there's that information's just not out there. Another bit of information, I'm doing the shifter pivot, and there's no information on this either. This heat shield right here that's on this middle cylinder needs to get trimmed back a few inches, and all I did was take a 10 snips like these and just do some cuts through here and bend it back to where this pivot has to sit up against that. That's the engine case guard right there. Has to sit up against that, and it was hitting right here. Now I took a screwdriver and pushed this off the header because I don't want the heat transferring to that. This is to keep the heat off all this right here. And so this is stuff I'm learning the hard way, and that's why I'm doing this video. Help you guys out. I've been on this thing for 2 days now, still ain't got it done. But I'm hoping this shifter pivot will take care of the problem where I was getting to where I'd shift and it would stay down instead of pop back up to where you can do another gear. And it got to where I'd have to take my foot and click this back to a neutral or a center spot before I could shift it again into another gear. And that was getting pretty cumbersome and hard to do. So that's why I got this off a wrecked bike, and I never did adjust all this crap. I just bolted it on and went, and I never really thought about that. So this is all important information. This has to be at 30-degree angle back. 2 teeth is what I'm estimating. And adjust this out to get this equal on the pad. And that's more information than all of YouTube put together. Oh, I even went to a bunch of forum sites and didn't get much help there either. So this is an important video on how to help you guys get out there and adjust these. Now I also got me an extra long bolt. It's a metric one. Here's the stock one from Markland. Boy, I get that name wrong all the time. What I was thinking on doing, because it makes it easier to have a longer one, you have full thread contact here, is maybe cut this head off and tap this to put a lock nut on here, just to make it easier. It makes it easier to line up everything, because there's a lot of stuff that has to go on to right there. This goes on first, then you got the washer behind it, which helps hold the pivot bushing in place. And this piece, which had 7/8 of an inch cut off it, goes on behind it like that, and all this goes together. And it's really hard to do. And then, well, that goes through there first. And it's really hard to hold all this together. So I'm just playing with stuff like that. And I hope this works out and makes this a good shifting and a lot easier to ride. And this is an early version of the Markland pads. They had other ones that had mounting holes that were down lower, and that way you can this is marked low and this is marked high, and so this is an early version. And these do, if I get heavy into the corners, these do has this rub strip right here where my finger is, and they don't like to lean over very much on corners. So, but this is great for long distance cruising. It's like riding on a couch. Anyhow, that's where we're at, and that's good information here to help you guys out. So y'all have a good one, and I'm going to get back at it.